So hello everybody and welcome for the final time this season to Formula Performance. This is the finale of Season 4. Tonight we are finishing off in Britain at Silverstone, and tonight joining me again is Nexus Aspect. Hello.
Hello.
So, as I said, this is the final round and the final part of FTRL Formula 1 part of the Formula 1 game, and Frome is currently leading by, I think it's 17 points over, actually 16 points over onto the podium, so onto the podium needs 17 points, and we've also got T Smith, Co-Andy, and I think FTRL Panda as well that can possibly win the championship.
If you ignore flying from second down to I think that's like
six or seven. Yes,
there's only 6 points in it.
Yeah, and obviously a maximum you can get in a race is 23, I believe. So it's 20 for the win, 2 points for the pole, and a point for the fastest lap in the race. So as I say, 23 is the maximum you can possibly get. So in terms of people racing this evening, we have Aaron is back for a one race finish to the season. He's just doing the final race. He's in the Haas, and then we've got Panda who's back. He's in the McLaren. From the championship leader, he's in the Toro Rosso, along with Chris. I don't think we'll get any Williams this week due to the numbers, so we didn't have to have anyone in the Williams, which I'm sure everybody was very pleased about.
Yeah, and it makes for a better final race for the title, because if you had someone going for the title in a Williams, they're not exactly going to be there, are they?
Yes, definitely. It's not the best car to be driving around in. Goy's on a lap. I'll keep an eye on Goy. He's in a Ferrari. We've also got Blue Flag. We might need to keep an eye. He's in a Red Bull. So I'd imagine Blue Flag will be a way up the grid, I'd imagine. Same with Goy. I think they could be two people that could be very high up towards the front of the grid, along with Panda. I think Panda's going to be my bet for pole this evening.
For me, I'm not sure what cars on paper are the best around here. I mean, obviously it's Mercedes or Ferrari, but
Renault McLaren's
apart
not
from
bad.
The top three.
Renault McLaren are not bad around here, so that's probably I think that's the top ones in the rankings this week for midfield, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a T Smith on pole.
That's not bad, yet.
For a second and third, I'm gonna put a Flying Frome second. I mean, I know it's Toro Rosso and it's not exactly up there, but I'll put him in second. And I'll put Cats in third, Nexus Cats in third. Yeah,
so mine's is Panda. I'll go for a Blue Flag second and a T Smith in third. Panda set a 29 flat on the mediums, so he's not far off pole, provisional pole on the mediums, so that's not a bad time by him. We've got quite a few, so the only people starting on the mediums at the moment are Ross and Panda, I believe. The rest,
yeah, you'd be right. Ron Melson's also on mediums.
Oh, Ron Melson. So 1/10 covers first to fourth so far. So that's quite close between the front four at the moment. If that kind of keeps up, then we could have a very close end to the season.
Oh, there's FTRL Cat and there's a McLaren as well going side by side, and they're fighting, and there's a McLaren round. I'm not sure which McLaren that is, but yeah, that was
okay. Strange. Once again, at one point there we had...
First of all, they were fighting. Second of all, it's quality.
odd. Why are they fighting in quali? Not sure about that one, but I'm sure there was a reason they were doing it. I'm not particularly sure. But anyway.
They were probably both on a lap and one got slipstream, but a bit unnecessary. If you're going side by side, you may as well back out of the lap.
Oh god. Oh, sigh. Oh, blue flag gone. Ah. Oh god. He's not particularly enjoying the F1 games these days. I bet like most of us, to be honest. So unlucky for him. He's going to be doing a recovery drive from the back of the field. We now have 7 drivers covered by 2 attempts. So Pagani's just put in the chat that he recently deleted F1 and it feels fantastic. Yes, Pagani's having a long deserved rest from commentary and F1 games for the next month during our break of the seasons, which is very well deserved. Who is on
Crest
left?
Going off the track, chicken guy on a lap right behind them.
Junkie Sports, is he on a lap? Ah, yes.
Yeah, it looked like Crest made a mistake in coming out of Beckett's, and Beckett's got up on the grass, and yeah, actually Chicken Guy, it looks like he might have just supported his lap there because of it, so that was interesting.
Junkie Sport is coming round the end of Sector 1, he's in the Mercedes. I'm quite surprised at how close everyone is matched. I mean, 2 Thames covering 7 drivers at the front is quite remarkable. I just noticed Ross is on the mediums. He's in 5th. So that's a hell of a time on the mediums.
Yeah. I mean, maybe if he keeps going like that, put him instead of softs, then he'll be quite a bit ahead. So
yeah, Junkie Sport had an alright run through the Maggots and Beckett's, but he did get a little bit too on the curb, which is not the best place to be on the second part of Beckett's.
Yeah, it looks like Connor's got it pretty right today. I'm pretty sure he does the allocation mainly, doesn't he?
Who does? Who was that? I missed that. I was on the chat.
Connor is in.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does the allocation, so it looks like he's got it pretty correct.
He does today. Just to add to the context of Blue Flag's crash, it looks like, by the looks of the chat, that he did it on an in-lap. So yesterday, Lee managed to crash on an out-lap around Spa. So Blue Flag, another admin, has now managed to do it on an in-lap. The admins are not having the best few days of F1 racing so far. We seem to be crashing on out-laps and in-laps. So yeah, let's hope quite a few of them can improve on our hopeless performance so far this week. We can't be doing much.
Flags in Sector 1 for something.
Frome is on lap. He's the last person not... Actually, Cress hasn't as well. Both the Toro Rossos.
Yeah, Frome also championship leader.
Keep an eye on this.
A pretty good margin, so I mean, he is a bit of a favourite.
Yeah.
To be honest.
You'd expect him to be in the points, in which case it'd be very difficult for him not to get the championship. So as long as he doesn't crash out, it's his to lose. Let's be honest. But you never know. F1 games have a strange knack.
I don't know. I'm not gonna say anything yet, but I'm gonna do a little bit of math and just see, like.
Oh God.
Hopefully I don't butcher it.
Crest and Chicken Guy are quite close on an outlap, although they're racing each other behind. Frome's coming around the final sector. Seems very clean so far. I don't think I've seen any mistakes really. The tricky last few corners is a little bit strange. The last few corners around here, and he puts it up into 8th. So we now have just over 3 Thames covering 8 drivers. So it's definitely the closely matched qualifying I think we've seen all season, to be honest. Panda is just about to absolutely blitz his lap though. He's 8 attempts up for the first 2 attempts on the softs. So at this rate, this is going to be a 27, probably. He's coming around to the last sector now. Perfect in. Got the apex nicely for the... Oh, a little bit wide for the second last corner there, but just... He lost a little bit of time there. He could have improved a bit more, but he got a little bit too far onto the curb.
Yeah, I just see COE Andy's on lap in the Renault as well. So pretty competitive car, pretty competitive driver. It looked pretty good around the first couple of corners. He is definitely going for it, and a hot lap if you're on board with him. Hopefully you are.
1/10 he's up for the first sector, so that's not bad. Oh, Ross has just put it a 10 for Panda. He was his first lap was on the softs, no softs, sorry, the mediums, which is why he's managed to jump up a bit.
So through this, the old turn 1 for COE Andy, and now come up to Maggots and Beckett's where you really have to get it right. You have to cut it just enough to the point where you don't actually cut the corner, and you gain as much time as possible, and then this affects your speed right down, and it looks like he's actually got a little bit
of his teammate.
Yeah, unsafe release got in the way
Handy.
a little bit, and hopefully that doesn't affect his lap time too much.
I don't think so. This could be very close to the top by the looks of his improvement. This could be near enough pole. Oh, it's very close. So 2 attempts still covers the top 5 or top 6. It's amazingly close so far, isn't it? Anybody could get pole. So McLaren's on 1-2. Also the Haas rivals in 5th and 6th. So closely matched. A couple of the battles.
Yeah, you said that McLaren were going to do well. Clearly, they've done very well.
I am got to admit, I'm quite impressed that Aaron has managed to do as well so far as he's done in qualifying, because I don't believe he's played the game since the last time he raced, which was about a month and a half, 2 months ago. So to come back and be straight on the pace already is quite impressive.
Yeah, that is quite impressive. I mean, maybe he's just got a bit of natural talent that, like, you can just go away for 2 months, come back and be the same driver. Yeah, looking pretty good for him, and only just about 2/10 off pole, and any small improvement can be pole. I mean, for any of the top guys at the moment, really, any small improvement will kind of put him on pole or very, very close to pole. And
yep, definitely.
Yeah, if you get a prediction right here, then you're mad, because it doesn't look like it looks like there could be like 10 different like predictions that are all just as plausible as each other.
There's a second covering the top 11. Well, actually, 9 temps covering the top 11. So you get 11 drivers technically that could get on pole if they improve by a second. So I mean, it's quite close to say the very least. Rom's up on his time by 6 temps, so that could move him up a bit. He might move up a place or 2. He might have to have a good last sector though.
Yeah, that would only move him up 1 place if he's only 6 cents up, and he's actually boarded.
Backed out, yep. Well, most people were coming out of the pits for the final runs now. Junkie Spot's on a lap. Junkie Spot is 3 temps up near enough for the first sector. So this could be move him up quite a bit. 3 temps would see him jump up to 7th or 8th, and that's, he's still got the rest of the lap to go as well, so keep an eye on this. doesn't take the curbs as much as some people do through Mags and Beckett's there. He's gained the tiniest amount for that sector, but I think he was a bit cautious through there. He's run a little bit wide, but misses the apex slightly. A little bit slidey for the last sector. I don't think this will improve actually. Yeah, he's lost a big chunk of time in the last sector.
I'm just doing now a little thing on my phone really quick
So,
for to see like what people need to do to win the championship. So
yeah, it could get quite complicated very soon. Max has just put in the chat. So I think he's talking about a shout out to the commenters. Obviously, I don't think anyone realises how much commentary actually gets done from people. That's particularly from people like Pagani, who does an insane amount of comms most weeks. Oh, Cat, what in the... I think he just aborted his lap and just thought, I'll retire. Just went straight first into a barrier. Okay, random. But there we go. But as I said, yeah, it requires a big effort to do as many commentaries when you've got 5 separate days when you do leagues. So that's, if you do 2 people in every comms, that's 10 people you need to do comms for a week. So it's quite a lot. Onto the podiums, 3 temps up. So this, technically, at the moment... Oh, wait a minute, why does that say he was 3 temps up? He's only starting a lap. Never mind. Codemasters has made a bit of a mess of that when it's telling me he's 3 temps up and he's not even started his lap yet. He's coming through the first sector, he's half a temp up. Ross is down on his... Oh, Andy's 5 temps. Oh, that's not 5 temps up. He's just starting his lap as well. I don't know what this game is doing right now. Blue Flag has just said that Cat invalidated, which is why he just decided to put it into the wall. So Ross is not improved. So he's just retired. So he's onto the podium. I think he must have made a mess of it in the middle sector. Aaron improves up to 5th, so he jumps up 1 place onto the podium. He's improved by 3, 4, 100s. T Smith improves.
Yeah, I can tell you that the people in the fight for the championship are from Pagani onto the podium, T Smith, COE Andy and Panda. So we have 6 people who could potentially win the championship today.
Panda's just jumped up back ahead and he's into the 27s. So Andy's a 10th up through the first 2 sectors. So he's just coming around the final corner now. He needs a good lap. No, he's lost time. So I think Cress is on a lap. He's not improving. Rom's on a lap. Not sure if he's going to improve or not. 7, I think. Bit. Yep, he jumps up to 12th. So I think, yep, that is qualifying done. So Panda is on pole, and then you've got the second McLaren just behind him. So McLaren front row, Ross and P3 in the Red Bull. Then you've got Andy, Aaron onto the podium, and I cannot remember the rest, and I'll go through the rest in a second. You always get to like the top 6 done, and then after that, it just goes away. So 7th is Cat. Then you've got Goy, Flying Throne, next is Cats, Junkie Spot just outside the top 10, so you'll get fresh set of tyres unless it's raining, and then that all changes. Rom in 12th, the second Alpha just behind him 13th, Unsafe in 14th, Cress and Blue Flag, who retired early on. So Blue Flag could be a very big mover in this race. He's quite fast and he's got the car to do it as well. So what we need to have today is a prediction for top 3 and a prediction for the championship.
Well,
so are you going to go for a surprise?
This is going to be difficult because, I mean, doing the top 3, like, you have to pick between 5 drivers. No, not even. There's more than 5 drivers because that's like a different thing. So,
No, I'm not on about the top 3 of the championship. I'm on about top 3 for the race, and then whoever wins the championship. Who are you expecting?
well, the safe one to put to win the championship is from, so I'll go with from. In terms of the race, I need to see the grid again.
I can run it down. I think it was, who was it? It was Panda, T Smith, well, it was Co-Andy, I think. Aaron was 5th, onto the podium was 6th, Cat was 7th. That was Ross, it was Peavy. I knew there was one person I was missing there.
Okay. I'll put T Smith to win. I'll put Panda 2nd, and I'll put an Aaron Taylor in 3rd.
Okay. I'm not going to be massively different from that. I'm going to go for Panda to win. I'm going to go for an onto the podium to get a podium in his last race. And I'll go for a Co-Andy P3. And I will say that. I'll go for a surprise and put. If onto the podium gets P2, that's 17 points. I'll go for onto the podium to win the championship.
Oh.
So we've got quite a few predictions in the chat. So Max is going for Rom to win. I know he gets on well with Rom. And then P2 onto the podium and 3 T Smith. Ravels has got Goy, Junkie and someone for P3. I like that one. So anybody for P3. Pagani's saying Panda onto the podium and Aaron P3, which I think was similar to you, is it not? It's near enough identical.
With this poll, Panda is now 4th in the championship, so it's Frome on 78 points, Pagani 2nd with 62, onto the podium with 61, Panda with 61, and then T Smith with 59, and COE Andy with 59. And they're all the title contenders today.
So Frome is starting P9. So he's starting in the middle of the pack where there could be some jostling for position. So I've got some cars lagging about in the formation lap, which is always helpful and never a good sign.
Frome needs at least
points?
7th to guarantee a championship. So if he doesn't come 7th, then his championship is not guaranteed.
Right. This is going to be a very interesting start because this is going to make or break the race. Okay, so 5 red lights, and we're away for the final time this season. Panda and T Smith got a decent start. I think T Smith got a better start, so he's up into 1st place. He's went wide though, and then we've got
Aaron Taylor's had some problems, and he's lost a lot of wing.
Oh, Panda's back
FTRL
up.
Cat's off the track as well. He's gone into Aaron Taylor in the background, if you can see that.
Unsafe is moved up to 6th. Oh, Rom's up to 6th. Unsafe is up to 7th because of that. Junkie Sport's up to 5th. Oh, there's a racing point in the background. A Cat is still wiggling about. Aaron's obviously down at P15. He's no wing. And next is Cat's has got a less than the wing as well. He's got some issues with his wing as well, so he's going to have to come into the pits. Unsafe and Rom are battling it out for P6 and P7. Unsafe has got it at the moment, but Rom's having a look. Just coming up to Maggots and Beckett's now. Unsafe looks like he's got a bit of a gap now. Frome's still in 8th, but he's in between an Alpha sandwich at the moment. Team Rom and Chicken Guy. Chicken Guy looks like he's got a better exit though, so Chicken Guy's right on the back of him. Oh, Cress is in the background weaving. He's trying to get some tyre temperature through there. Checking guys on the mediums. So Junkie Sport's up 6, Unsafe's up 8, and Rom's up 5. As the front 4 are all quite closely together. Onto the podium's final race has not had the best start. He's hadn't to go into the pits, so's Cat and Aaron. I think all of them will change their wings, and so's next is Cat's. So I'm surprised Frome's not managed to move up further. I don't know if he had a bad start because there was a lot of stuff going in front of him. Like Junkie's both Unsafe and Rome have managed to jump him.
I was actually on board with him for the start. He got one position off the start, and that's pretty much been it until now. So might want to start making some overtakes.
Yeah, he's in a dodgy
to make
position.
sure that he gets the championship. I mean, every place that he's up is a bit more security. So
Ross is still closely on the back of T Smith. Panda's starting to get a little bit of a gap, but he's still within DRS range when it activates. So he's going to want to try and get out of that because it's one of those tracks that's got quite a few straights on it, so DRS is quite effective on the straights round Silverstone usually.
yeah, I know it's very early on, but if it ended like this, From would win the championship over Panda by 1 point.
Ooh, that would be an interesting end. Panda they're still really closely matched, the front 4, so nobody's getting away from each other, and DRS is now going to be enabled, which is not going to help Panda's trying to get away from the guys behind him. He's probably just going to become a bit of a DRS train, the front 4. Junkie Sport's a bit further back, but I'm sure he'll be happy to be up to 5th from where he started. He's just outside of DRS range from Unsafe behind. T Smith closed right up to the back of Panda there. This could be quite a close battle.
Right on the back of Rom Ellison. He's obviously on the softs compared to Rom's medium, so for now he should be quicker. And he is in the slipstream, so I kind of expected an overtake.
Sits back.
Oh,
Junkie Sport. What's happened to Junkie Sport?
Yeah, he out of the old turn 1, I'll call it. He just lost the back end.
Cops.
And went around. Yeah, the cops going, that's it.
I was trying to remember that name for ages there. Before that even mentioned it.
That promotes Froman to the place he needs to secure the championship today as well, so I'm not sure if he knows that, but if he does, I'm sure there's a bit of a smile on his face.
The front 3 are so closely matched on pace at the moment. T Smith is going to get DRS, so is Ross, so this could be very close into down the straight. Panda gets a decent exit though, and manages to pull a big gap to T Smith there through the first sector, so he's probably get out of range now, and Ross will not be able to overtake. Oh god, T Smith's went wide. Ross is through. Yeah, T Smith just ran a little bit wide and it'll be locked up, so that's him down. So that's allowed Ross to easily take P2, see if he can chase down Panda. Frome's right on the back of Rom now. Goy's up the inside of Blue Flag round Cops. Goy's went wide though, so Blue Flag will. They're gonna go side. Are they gonna go side by side? Oh no, Goy just manages to get up ahead. Thought we're gonna go side by side there for Mikes and Beckett's. It's probably not a good idea. It's one of those places you very rarely will ever see an overtake. T Smith's come into the pits. Did he lose wing?
I'm not sure, but it's
early.
It's not a scheduled stop because I don't see anyone in their right mind who would pit this early.
He did lock up, but I'm just wondering if he went into Panda.
No, on go the hards. This is a scheduled stop for him. No wing change.
I mean, he's
no
easily
wing
going to get to the
damage.
end on them. I mean, I've done it, and I've done it in the F3 race. I pitted in lap 2 and managed to get to the
this is
end.
a slower strategy though, because you can do soft to mediums with
Yeah.
absolutely no problem. So hards is just gonna.
I
They're just gonna be
wouldn't.
slow.
I mean, he was getting stuck in that train, but in second, so maybe he thinks he can go a bit faster. I mean, I didn't. Mine wasn't scheduled. I wouldn't have done that strategy if I had the choice not to. Oh, Froome and Rom are side by side. Rom manages to keep ahead. Goy's managed to get up to 8th as well. Overtook Cress. Froome just needs to be careful when he's overtaking, because he can't afford to make any mistakes. Ross has managed to get past Panda for the lead.
Indeed, he has.
Panda's still
And
very close though.
yeah, I expect a bit of a fight between these two because it's going to be a bit of slipstream DRS, and then one will be passed, and then the other will be passed. And yeah, I don't think this is a battle that Panda's going to let go easily either, because this. I mean, he kind of needs to get a win to be anywhere close to getting his championship that I'm sure he's aware of. That first is kind of very important. So yeah, I don't think he's going to let this go without a proper fight.
Froome is still in alpha sandwich between Rom and Chicken Guy. Unsafe's a little bit further ahead, so at the moment he's in a fight for 5th. Oh god, Chicken Guys went very wide in the exit cops. Froome is really close to the back of Rom here. Rom's on the mediums. Put it onto the tyres now. So Rom's on the mediums, so is Chicken Guy. So Froome is going to have a run down the inside. Rom sits in behind. Blue flag is right beside Cress. Cress is on the mediums. So, oh, blue flag gets a big wiggle there going through the final corner, which has allowed Junkie Sport to get alongside. Is Junkie Sport going to try and go round it outside at turn 1? He sits back. Might be able to make a move down the next straight. Depends on his exit though. Goy gets past Chicken Guy. Goy seems to be getting through the traffic quite quickly though. He seems to be moving quite quickly up the field. T Smith has got a penalty.
Yeah, there's a battle for 13th between two drivers who are they've got a relationship to say the least.
One's on slower tyres as well. Might even be able to try and maybe make a move down the inside the next. He's getting closer, but he's not close enough.
Oh, he's gonna go for it down the inside.
Oh god, that's brave. That's brave. Oh my. That is brave. This could end in disaster. Oh god.
It could
well. Cops, don't. Oh. Give each other room. It didn't actually end in disaster. I'm pleased. Right, good.
You'd think with them two going side by side something would happen, but surprisingly nothing did.
Cat is gonna try and He's going to get DRS. He's lost a few temps though, so I don't think he's going to be able to close up enough.
No, he really is closing.
Closing. He is closing. Oh
goes
God!
for it.
Aaron's retired in this.
He has a look, and they're still side by side, and now they're going to go side by side to the final few corners.
He's got the inside line though, so he should have that corner. He does. Can't try to get a better exit
for 13th.
There's yellow flags everywhere. Aaron retired. Goy's got a penalty. Cat is right on the back still, so he's not giving this position up easily. So he's going to sit back a little bit. Onto the podium, get a decent exit of that corner though, but Cat seems to be very quick in a straight line. So he's going to go to the outside, onto the podium, he's going to switch back. Oh, God, he's spun. He spun.
Oh, I wish I saw that.
There was room for the corner, but because he went for the switch back, but it looked like a bit of a racing incident to me. Panda puts on the mediums.
Yeah, there was a bit of a battle for 6th, I think it was, and Goykarp ended up having to go off track at Stowe, I think it's called. I mean, I probably just butchered the corner name, but it's like fast right just before the final few corners. So that corner. Yeah, basically someone went down his inside and he had to take a little bit of avoiding action because he didn't expect it, and now he's down to 7th.
Okay, so I think Aaron said he's got catamized, so I don't know if he's had a bit of a come together with Cat at some point. I think that was, I think he might be talking about turn 1, and turn 2, I think. Oh, Cat has got, what in the world? How do you get? How do you get a 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits? What in the world?
You do it by doing it on purpose. Probably. I mean, I don't think you can get it without doing it on purpose. Well, you actually can, but like, in realistic circumstances, not really.
Checking guys, past Frome. Oh no, Frome's in the pits, that's why.
3-second penalty. Yeah, he seems to be just going wide everywhere.
So Frome and Goy are in the pit, so we'll keep an eye on where Frome comes out. Chris and Blue Flag.
He's just put it in the wall. Into the wall, Cat. Just kind of straight lined it straight into the wall. So.
Blue Flag is up the inside of Chris. Going side by side still. Blue Flag's going to have to watch, trying to get a switchback move, which he does. He gets a better exit. Chris is going to hold it round the outside. As they come down the straight, Blue Flag's going to get DRS, so he's going to have the inside line as well. He should get this move done, which he does do. Ross got a penalty there as well, I saw. I don't know if Panda's got a penalty yet. I think I might have saw one. T Smith's definitely got a penalty. Panda's come out ahead of T Smith by quite a margin, and T Smith's on the pads.
Flying from just ahead of Goykarp, although Goykarp did close up in the pit stops a little bit.
Chris has got a penalty there. He just went wide out of Hops. He's going to have DRS and Slipstream down straight. Blue Flag got a very good exit though, so he might not be able to close up enough. He doesn't look, he's not even using ERS, he's on low. Ross and Unsafer in the pits.
Yes, this is the time where we're gonna see pretty much everyone pit, and then we'll be able to see where people kind of funnel out of it.
Someone's asking if Max is asking if Rom's got any penalties. I do not believe so. I've not seen any for Rome so far. Who's in? Who's yellow flag set to run? But I don't know who it's for. Don't see anything. Checking guys right on the back of Rom now.
Was he gonna go for it? No, he thinks better of it in 6 point for now, although it looks like he does have the pace over Rom right now. And Rom is kind of losing the car quite a bit, so he clearly does have the pace of Rom. He's a bit more grip. Maybe Rom's tires are a bit overheated, so could see a move quite soon.
Keep an eye on the gap from blue flag behind. See if he'll manage to close that. Oh. There's a battle between Froome and Goy at the moment. Goy's down the inside. They're just coming up towards Cops. Another side by side. Froome might want to back out. I think he
and this
already
is crucial
has.
for the championship as well, because every position that he's down is another position that his title rivals will have on him.
Coandy's in the pit, so we'll keep an eye on when he comes out in regards to Panda, Ross and T-Smith.
Oh, Goykarp's got up on the grass though, and it's going to give Froome a better exit.
He's going to get a move. Is he going to go down the inside? He is. Goy holds it though. Goy manages to hold a good defender from Goy. Is he going to dive it down the inside? That's a brave move if he does.
He's 6 for now, very sensible driving there.
Coandy comes out the pits and he's in 9th. He comes out ahead of Unsafe, but he's a bit behind T. Smith. So he's lost a bit of time through the pit stops there.
Well, interestingly, Ross stayed out an extra 2 laps over Panda, and now he's not too far behind Panda, and he will be closing with 2 laps fresher worth of tyres.
Yeah, it'll probably be more apparent as we get further on as well into the race. He should have better tyres.
Yeah, and T. Smith with his early stop as well, he's now running a net P3 after everyone else makes their pit stop, so it didn't really look like he gained that much from pitting compared to staying out, which the other front runners did. Obviously one of them was Panda, and he's still leading, and he's clearly ahead of
Junkie Sport
T. Smith by quite a bit. So
and Crest fighting into sector 3. Oh, the bank tyres. Both of them fighting hard for P4 and P5 at the moment. These are the final runners that haven't pitted yet. 1st to 5th, they're all started on the mediums. And Crest lagged back a bit there, which I think threw Junkie Sport off a little bit.
He's getting very, very close to Crest. So
One
close
thing
that he's
will
gonna have
say,
a move. He's certainly gonna have a move if you're still on board with Junkie. Down the inside, and he's made it back up into 4th. So once again,
Crest will get.
to do a little switch.
Crest tries to get a good run though. He's only 3/10 away, so he might. I think he's closing enough though. Possibly re-overtake. One thing I will say, because of the front, oh god, Junkie Sport and Crest have both completely missed that corner. Oh, Junkie Sport get a little bit slidey through the first part of Maggots. Froome's cutting it fine, because the front 5 are going to be on fast. If they're going to try, I'd imagine going to try and go onto the softs. This is very tight, because I'm not sure Froome is in a very good position right now. He's in P12, and all the cars ahead of him have either done their pit stops, and the front 5 have still to come into pit stops, but they will be on soft tyres at the end.
Yeah,
so they'll be closing.
It looks like they'll come out behind Froome for sure, but they'll be a lot quicker than Froome at the end as well.
So this is about the pit stop window where they can come in now, lap 14, and put on the softs. The softs will easily get to the end.
No, that's not Froome, that's Crest, never mind. Wrong Toro.
Crest, yeah.
And actually it allows Junkie Sport to get a move on it as well. Crest had a little mistake, and they're side by side.
Oh, they're still side by side.
Running around the outside.
Oh god.
Somehow they haven't taken one or the other out, and Junkie's still on the outside. He's going to go for a switchback, maybe. He
Junkie
does.
Sport. Oh,
he's back around the outside.
is he going to go for another switchback now? He's really close now.
He certainly tried the switchback line, but didn't quite work out. But now he's in the slipstream once again, and he's going to try and go around the outside.
I wouldn't go down the outside
He
there.
looks to it. No, he's going to back
Back
off.
out. Sensible, there's no point. He gets a good exit though, so he's going to go side by side at Maggots.
And was there a car there? Was there a car around? I'm not sure. Oh, there wasn't. Never mind.
I don't know. Katz has got
Don't
a
mind
10-second
me.
penalty for exceeding track limits. Panda's managed to close.
Oh,
Junkie
Junkie.
pulls off. He's sideways in the
and
barrier.
round. And he's going to lose. He's going to have to pit.
Yep. So
Look,
Panda
ghosting's
moves up.
on, so no one will have to worry about his car being a bit broken.
So that's going to move Frome up a little bit. Goy's right on the back of unsafe now.
Yeah, you can just see the understeer that Junkie's got. He's certainly going to have to pit, and he does. Sort of promotes from to P11, but it's still not old enough though.
But it's just going to be interesting when the front four, as Junkie Sport was one of the medium runners, but he's now got to come out well behind Frome, obviously, because of that. But we'll keep an eye on the front four. They should be in this lap. I'd imagine Panda's going to go down the inside of Cress. It's a brave move, but that was a good move from Panda there. He knew he couldn't afford to spend too long behind that, as Ross is not far behind.
Yeah, looking at how things are going right now, it looks like Panda might be on to just about clinch this title, because I mean he's in a net P1 and he's quite comfortable in that net P1. He's got a car in between himself and Ross, who's also going for a race win. He should be able to pull away a little bit, so Panda has actually put himself in a very good position.
Frome is 3 seconds time penalty, which could affect things at the end, so you can't really afford time penalties. Crest comes in, Chicken Guy comes in, so this is a big thing. Gonna try not speed in the pit lane. None of them look like they sped. No penalties have come up, so this is going to be the interesting thing. Where will Crest come out in regards to Frome? So we'll go on board with Frome right now and see where he comes out. Oh god, who's a yellow flag for?
Frome's coming through the final few corners now, and now he's accelerating through the near flat out final corner, and he's in the pit straight now. He's got Cress. He's enough to be able to get past them, but not by too much though. Doesn't look like. Yeah, he's put about a corner or two between them, and that's going to be caught pretty easily. So.
See, this is going to be very interesting come the end of the race, because these guys are going to catch him, you'd expect, and those two were the back two of that quartet. So Rom and Blue Flag will be further ahead than Crest and Chicken Guy.
Yeah, so for Frome's sake, he's going to have to hope that they fight enough that they don't end up catching him.
Because at the moment, if Panda's going to take the net race lead, but Ross is right on the back of him, so Ross could get involved in this. And also we need to count in the extra point you get for fastest lap as well. So Ross is going to try and get past Panda. Panda knows he needs to keep this.
Yeah, if it ended like this, Frome would clinch the title, but of course Panda still has yet to get past
he's up now.
And now he's leading. So now, as it stands, the championship leader is Panda.
Right, Frome is coming round the final few corners now, so we'll get to see where he comes out in regards to Rom and Blue Flag. I get a feeling this might be quite close. I do not think it'll be.
This is going to be very close.
Chicken Guy's made a mistake though, I think.
Yeah, Rom comes out behind Frome, but only just behind Frome, and he's going to be overtaking him very, very soon. So, Flying Frome has the position that he needs to clinch this title, guaranteed, no matter what happens to his rivals. But it looks very much in danger of losing it.
Chicken Guy's made a mistake, and he's just been overtook by Cress. Remember I said that I thought he'd made a mistake because there was a big gap between him and Frome, so he lost 4 seconds, but he's going to try and overtake Cress. This is going to play into Frome's hand though if these two keep fighting.
So now once Ron Elson catches up to Frome won't just be fighting Ron Elson, he'll be fighting for his title.
And we've got Blue Flag
if
not
he
far
gets
behind.
P8 and Panda wins, then Panda's champion.
Ross looks like he's faster than Panda at the moment, though. That's one thing I will say at the moment. See, I don't think we should look at the penalty system. The penalties people have got, because that'll make it.
At all. That'll ruin it.
So I kind of want to see what happens at the checkered flag and see what happens with penalties. Cress and Chicken Guy are still fighting. They are still... Oh, Cress has outbroke himself. I don't know how he managed to turn down the corner there. Chicken Guy down the inside at the final corner. They're having a good old battle here. Are they going to go side by side? Turn one. Cress goes round the outside. Chicken Guy just sits back. Rom is closed up right into the back of Frome already. Oh, Cress and Chicken Guy's going to dive it down the inside. That's brave. But Frome, what one of it? Cress will get a run on him now. He's went deep. Chicken Guy then gets the DRS. So Chicken Guy takes the outside line. Cress has got the inside line, so he gets that covered. Chicken Guy is going to try a tighter line to get a better exit. He's closing, but I don't know if is he closing out?
Yeah,
he's gonna.
okay.
He's holding it around the outside. They're gonna go side by side through maggots. Like, are they gonna hold it side by side?
Ooh,
he's round.
And he's round, Cress around, and
yeah, that was inevitable.
that's
there.
pretty much whatever points he was looking at. It looks like that's kind of a bit over.
Rom's on the back of Frome.
Yeah, I just had a look again. If Frome gets 8th and Panda wins, then they'll be tied on points, so I'm not sure how that'll work.
Depends who's got fastest lap.
Well, yeah, if neither of them get fastest lap and Panda wins with flying from 8th, then they'll be tied on points. So, I'm not really sure. Like, it will see who has more wins. I'm not actually sure who has more wins. I'll check that now. But
Rom's right on the back of Frome, and then I'm currently watching Ross on Panda as well. Someone's yellow flag in sector 1. Who that's for? I think is that Chicken Guy? Oh, I think Chicken Guy might have made a mistake as well now. He has.
Yeah. I was.
Did he wait
I
up
was
on
right.
him?
If Flying Frome gets 8th, he will lose it. They'll be tied on points, but he'll lose it because Panda has one more win than he does, which is only one win. But
Panda and Ross are going side by side. Ross has got the inside line. Panda will back out and try and get a switch back, get a good exit onto the straight. Ross has got P1.
This fight for the lead. Panda is fighting for his championship.
T-Smith has made a mistake and Koandi's got past him. Rom's past Frome. Panda's still right on the back of Ross though, so he's going to try and... Ross will get more ERS though as well than Panda. Ross is in a good position at the moment. But can Blue Flag close the gap to Frome? Frome's also got a penalty that Blue Flag... I don't believe Blue Flag has got any penalties. I've not seen any, but I know Frome's definitely got one. Panda really needs to get past Ross. And he must know that. He knows he needs to get the race win here. If he doesn't get this win, it's going to be very difficult for him to win the title. Goy is right on the back of T-Smith now. It's been a good race so far from Goy. Junkie Sport's got a penalty, another penalty as well. Cress and Chicken Guy are still going at it as well.
Who does have the fastest lap actually? I'm gonna check that. That's Ross who has the fastest lap, so
There's yellow flags everywhere. Cress and Chicken Guy are off. And onto the podium has got past Cress and Chicken Guy. Cress and Chicken Guy are still fighting with each other. There's yellow flags galore at the moment. Keeps happening constantly. Unsafe is... Frome's get past unsafe release. So he's back up to 7th.
Well, that will... Oh, there's rain!
Rain! There's rain! Oh,
yep,
God!
Rain.
Oh,
Well, this...
God! Perfect.
As if it couldn't get any better.
Perfect. Okay. Who on earth will win the championship? God knows. Right, okay, we're going to have some interesting end to this title, definitely. So it's raining. Will it get wet enough for Inters?
Yeah, and who will gamble it as well?
Oh, this is fantastic to end.
Yeah,
I mean,
so Flying From has the position that he needs to guarantee himself a title. Right behind him is the car that could pass him that will say, no, you haven't guaranteed a title, but you could still win it. Panda, it needs to get past Ross to have a good, decent chance of actually winning the title, and we don't even know how penalties will play out.
Blue flag is closing on the back of Unsafe and Frome a bit now. I don't know if it's going to be enough, but the rain as well might play in.
Yeah, fresher tyres in rain will be a lot better for blue flag. If you have worn tyres in the slightly incorrect conditions, that will not end well. So
people are going to start sliding at this point. When is DRS going to deactivate? That is the big question. That is usually the crossover point. There's a yellow flag in sector 3. And I have no idea who it's for. Right. Unsafe is closing up to the back of Frome, but he's sitting back behind him at the moment.
So blue flag now, just under 4 seconds back from unsafe
closing.
Release. Yeah,
Unsafe
he is really closing.
Unsafe is closing at the back of Frome. Are they going to go side by side at Maggots?
Oh, he had a look anyway.
Oh God! Oh, he's went. Oh, Unsafe went wide. He's gone wide. Through Maggots and Beckett's.
Yeah, that's got to be the rain. So the rain seems to be getting to that point where it's... Yeah, I think I see a bit of spray. I think we're going to see people start coming in for inters. People will be in for inters by the end of this race, I think, even though there's only a few laps left. There's
I thought Unsafe was diving
off them tyres.
I thought Unsafe was going to dive into the pit. Oh, Unsafe's got a penalty. That's going to play into Frome's hands a bit. Penalties could make a big difference at the end of this race. So we have no idea how many people have got. There's a yellow flag in sector 2 and sector 3. I think it's Cress again, by the looks of it. Blue flag is closed up so much to the back of Unsafe and Frome. And Unsafe is going to get DRS on Frome, and he's only 4 tenths away. Is he going to dive it down the inside? Is he going to go for a move? He sits behind. Frome is going to be under so much pressure at the moment. He sits behind. There's lots of penalties coming in at the moment as well. Panda's got back past Ross.
Ross.
He's side by side. Oh God Almighty!
These are not
brave.
nice conditions to be side by side as well. Very, very brave.
Back to Frome, an unsafe release. Nexus Cats has went onto the inters, but he's a lap down. Blue flag is closed up massively. He's now only 2 seconds away. Right, will Frome, if everyone else comes into the inters, will he try and stay on the the medium tyres? It's getting wet. It is getting wet.
Yeah, and as long as it's wet enough within the next 2 laps, they'll be better off pitting, really.
Blue flag is closed up massively. He's now on under 2 seconds. Unsafe is still catching to the back as well. Ross is not far behind Panda though. Is that yellow flag is set to run? Who's that for? Don't know, is that, oh, it's Katz is off, so it might not be Inters yet. It's close, but by the looks of it, it's not Inters at the moment. Unsafe release is still right on the back of Frome. Will he risk it and make a move? Blue flag is still catching these though. It's just over 1.5 seconds.
What a showdown! Like there's only like 2.5 laps left, and either Panda or Flying From could be champion.
Unsafe has Nexus Cats is retired, so it doesn't look like it's Inters then, because he was on the Inters. Unsafe has got another penalty, so that's gonna hamper that. We don't know the penalty situation. I think Fro might have this.
Yeah, we don't know how many penalties Blue Flag has either. Who has the fastest lap? Yeah, it's Ross, and it looks like it's going to stay that way for the rest of the race.
It doesn't look like it'll be. Blue flag is caught up to the back of Unsafe now.
Yeah, and Blue flag isn't going for the championship, so he is nothing to lose. He may as well dive it down the inside here and there. So, and he may well dive it down the inside here. Yeah, look.
He backed out of it. Ross is on the back of Panda. Will he try and make a move? He goes to the outside. Panda will have the inside line though. Ross dives it round the outside. He gets the move done, but Panda's still on his back. Blue flag picks up a penalty as well now. Battling behind Unsafe. He's going to get the run down on Unsafe now on the next straight. And then he'll have 1 lap to try and catch Frome. Is he going to have this move? He's going to dive it down the... I thought he was going to dive it down the inside. Blue flag dives it down the inside. He gets the move done, so he's up into 8th. He's got a second to Frome. He's going to have 1 straight to do it in. Panda's right on the back of Ross.
Yeah, so as it stands right now, Flying From will take it, but I mean, you never know, penalties or anything, like anything could still throw something into the mix.
Frome's getting another penalty.
Frome gets a 3-second penalty.
Oh god. Panda needs to go overtook Ross on this last lap. On the last straight. Ross has got a good exit though.
Oh, and he's really low on fuel in ERS, so it doesn't look like he'll be able to do it.
Doesn't look like it. We don't know the penalty situation between these two guys. So we're not sure who's got penalties and who's not. So we'll see as they come across the line. Blue flag's closing up on Frome. As they come through Maggots and Beckett's. So Panda jumps him. Frome.
Panda takes the win for now, so
Blue
he's done everything he can.
Blue flag's going to take to the outside. Frome's got the inside. Blue flag's going to hold it around the outside. He's done it. Frome's off. He's in the wall.
He's in the wall.
He's in the wall.
Frome in the wall.
He's in the wall.
On the last lap.
On the oh, Panda's.
Panda's takes the championship. And if he didn't
what
crash,
in the world?
Yeah, no. If he had kept it there, he would have got P7, I think. which would have won it
Oh my
by
god.
1 point.
Oh my god. I'm speechless. I am actually speechless. What?
The championship
the
for
fuck?
Frome was in his hands. He had 3 more corners, and it was his.
Oh my god.
So
Panda's done it.
Panda is
Panda's
your
done it.
FTRL
Season 4.
Season 4 Formula Performance champion.
In the
Madness.
most miraculous of circumstances.
That was Frome's.
Yeah, that was Frome's.
Take
that
out
was.
3 corners and that was Frome's.
Oh, and onto the podium, or Connor is doing donuts. I just seen him do some donuts. I think that was donuts. I don't know if he just went off. Is he doing donuts?
I mean,
I don't know. I don't know if he's just sliding. I didn't know he was doing donuts.
No, he's got a puncture, that's why.
Oh, I thought he was doing donuts because it was his last race. I don't know. I just thought that was that's typical Connor. Oh, but he has. He's got a real. Oh dear. Yeah, that's not good. Fine. Oh, he's done 24 laps on the mediums. That's why he's got a puncture. His mediums do not have anything left. So this is why we're currently still waiting on someone onto the podium. Or Connor in his final race has got a puncture. Oh, is he doing donuts? No, no. Come on, what's the donuts, Connor? Well, I'm upset. There's no donuts. Oh, I think he tried to. He's in the wall. Right.
So yeah, it looked like Frome was gonna get at least 8th. I mean, he wasn't really gonna get any less than 8th, and he only needed 8th, and he would have won up by 1 point. But instead, he crashed, and now Panda wins it.
Right. Okay. So we're gonna invite the top 3. So Panda, Ross, Andy, and driver of the day. We should technically invite onto the podium since it's his last race and he runs performance. So should we invite Panda, Ross, Andy, Blue Flag and onto the podium? So we'll have 5.
Why not?
Why not? We'll have 5. I think I have all of them on my PlayStation. Oh no, we'll Andy, Panda. Who else was it? Andy, Panda, onto the podium, Blue Flag. Ross. How do you spell Ross's? Ross is the only one I've not got. XX. So it's triple X Ross. Oh, 2. Okay. Ah, right. Never mind. I was thinking. I was like, no one really has triple X. If I could actually see what's happening, that would be. Ah, there we go. I couldn't see what was happening there. I'm still trying to recover. Oh my god. What a bloody race. Right. We'll wait for everybody to join.
Panda for the first one there.
If you want, that's up to you. You can do what you want.
Okay. I'm just waiting for everyone to get in first. I think everyone's here though, are they? No, they're not.
Who are we waiting on? Who have we not got? Oh, yeah, Ross. Not sure if he's joining. I'll give him a buzz on Discord. Just start with Panda.
Okay.
We'll see if he's doing
Yeah.
right.
Panda, do you know that you're champion?
Yeah, Connor's informed me.
Okay. Just for your information, you won it by 3 points. So, well done. I mean, your race overall was pretty much on point. I mean, you got the win, you got pole. Even if you didn't get pole, you would have won it by 1 point. But the pole obviously helped as well. Do you want to run us through your race? I mean, it looks pretty hectic at the front as well.
Yeah, we sort of stuck in a battle with Ross the entire race. I think his Red Bull for Max and Beckett, especially in the last sector, was pretty nippy. But I noticed he had a penalty sort of fairly early on, so I thought I'd just keep it out of the penalties. And I'd get him on penalties. I think T. Smith had like a wobble and broke his wing or something like that, I think. Blue flag and Rome, but I'm very thankful it happened, put it that way.
Yeah, if that didn't happen, then he would have been champion, because the way he was looking, he was going to get 8th, and that's all he needed. So,
yeah.
Well, I mean, do you want to reflect on the season? There's no race after this. This is the final one, of course. So,
yeah, I mean, I'm always sad to see performance go, because I don't think we're doing it next season, which would be a shame because I've always enjoyed it. I mean, yeah, it started off well, got the win in Australia, then got put into a Williams by Connor 3 times in a row.
And you powered through that and came out on top.
But yeah, missed a couple, and then what was that? I think 3rd last week, Monaco, something like that. But yeah, I mean, when I raced, I scored points. If I'd have raced more, I think it might have been a bit easier. But I mean, overall, I genuinely did not expect this at all. I was a long way off coming into this race. Thought Rome had it in the bag.
yeah, I mean, you did everything right today, and you got to win. So, congratulations on your win, and congratulations on your title.
Thank you.
So Ross, I think you had quite a. Have you, first of all, actually, is your voice on, sure? Just so.
Yeah, it should be.
Okay, cool. So you had quite an interesting battle with Panda, and if it wasn't for your penalty, you would have won. So, take us through your race.
Well, started off pretty well. I was just trying to not crash out for once and actually finish the race. And as it went on, I kind of got in a battle with T. Smith. I'm not really sure what happened. Just kind of locked up and I got past, and then from there I was just trying to battle Panda and get past Panda. And I noticed the undercut, and he was going to get ahead of me for sure, but I thought his tyres would die a bit near the end. But nah, he had great pace, so it was a good race. Stop it, finished.
Well, I think that's only your 2nd or 3rd race in performance, isn't it? I think.
Yep.
So I mean, getting 1st place isn't that bad for your 3rd race. That's obviously very good. So how's your season been? So in terms of, I think this is your 1st season in FTRL. So you were racing in F1. So how's your season been in general?
Pretty terrible, not gonna lie. I think I've only scored like 2 points on each of them, but we'll end it on a high and hopefully can carry on a bit of form onto next season.
Yep,
And,
hopefully you
score
can.
some points.
Yep, hopefully you can. So congratulations, and it was a good battle to watch.
Thank you.
Do you want to take 3rd place then? I think it was Coandy.
Okay, do we have you, Andy?
I don't buy honest.
Do you have your voice on share first? Just like,
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He will. Don't worry.
Obviously you got 3rd. I think you were kind of in a battle for around like 4th or 5th. I think there was a train that you were in as well. At some point in the race. So do you want to talk us through your race?
Believe that could have been at the start, because the start was okay. Good start, reduced the wheel spin, managed to keep my 4th place. The top 3 slowly managed to get the gap on me, which I was perfectly fine with. I know I wasn't going to be fighting for them. Their pace was just better on the day, and it was. I'd say it was an uneventful race for me, really. Just an easy one stop, and then just carried all the way to the end. I'm surprised I ended up getting third with, say, with this pace of T. Smith. Obviously, I think he said he had a DRS failure, which made him spin at the end of the hanger straight. And I think from there on he couldn't recover, so it was pretty much hold back the charge of Goy Kart for the last podium position, and yeah, it was quite an uneventful race for me.
I mean, do you want to go through your season as a whole? That's just not another race, obviously.
I think my season's actually been, from what I was predicting for my season, I think it's gone quite well. I've finished high up in F1. I think I was like 5th or 6th, which I'm quite happy with because I usually expect myself to be like 9th, 10th. And to be honest, even the performance, the fact I was still, even with a slim chance of being in the title race, it was a pretty good season all round for me in both F1 and performance. So looking forward to continuing that in the next season.
Yeah, congratulations on your P3 and good luck on your F1 season. Next season.
So Connor, I invited you here because it's number 1, it's your final race, and number 2, you are the runner of performance. So obviously that was your final race. Probably wasn't the race you hoped for, not gonna lie. But how have you enjoyed performance so far? And I think you've run it for the past few seasons.
Yeah, the race kind of got ended at turn 1 obviously by Katamis. Had to be him. Had a little battle with him once he caught up and sent him a very friendly message. Yeah, and then I just tried to nurse my tyres back to the last lap and did some drifting on the final lap.
I saw that.
Not a lot really happened.
Well, obviously you are. This is your final race. So, do you want to explain what you're going to be doing, or why you're leaving, or anything like that?
Yeah, I'll be going on to next season, then continue in racing.
Oh.
Are you not leaving anymore?
No.
You could have told me that before I started the stream, you bitch. Now you look like a
I
real
appreciate
idiot.
the airtime for my final race.
Do you know what? Never mind. We're done speaking with him. He can leave. I'm unhappy now with Connor, so he can piss off.
I do want to say a few words.
Alright, on you go. Why not?
I just want to congratulate Will on a phenomenal performance season. The clear winner throughout. There was never any doubt that he would take the win. He's won it before, and he's now a double performance champion. If there's anyone in the world that can tell him otherwise.
Right. Thank you for those words. So I think I'll allow Nix's aspect to say a few words, because obviously he's been my co-commentator, or we've switched between a few times, but I'll allow him to say a few words at the end of the season.
It was a good season. Fun. To commentate over and that. Cool.
Right.
So emotional.
I know. There's a lot of thought into that. So that is the end of Formula Performance. Well done to Panda for his second title and performance. That is the end of F1, F2, F3 and Formula Performance for this season. We're now going to have a...
We'll have GT Sport, I think, don't we?
No, we don't.
Tomorrow?
Nope. That finished last week.
Oh, never mind.
Well, if I've got GT Sport, I would like to know, because I'm a commentator and I've not been informed. So we've not got any more racing until January 10th, I think GT Sport starts back, and then middle of January, 14th, 15th roughly, we have roughly that's about when my F1, F2 things will start again. So hopefully everybody will enjoy their well-earned rest. I'm sure all the admins and everybody will. And thank you for watching all season. I think you'll agree it was a great ending to a season. Unfortunate for Frome, but it was a good ending to a very eventful season. But thank you for watching.
It was a fitting title showdown, really.
Very much
with,
so.
Of course, you had everything with bit of rain, the title lead switching multiple times throughout the race, and also the championship leader losing it on the final few corners. So
yep, exactly. So perfect end to the season. So thank you very much for watching all season, and have a good night. Goodbye.